We're going to be talking about different things that a woman does that would make a man unhappy with her. Welcome back to Poetry and Friends. If this is your first time on this channel, what I do is that I just talk about love topics that God has placed on my heart. And I also talk slightly about my writing business. So if you've clicked this video, then you should know that you're already my friend. Feel free to engage in this video. So, in most of my videos, I do emphasize that whenever I do talk about man, I don't mean all man, but I mean good man or a man with good intentions. No woman will want to be in a relationship where the man is not happy, right? Because that would cause the man to just distance himself from the woman. So let's discover some of these things, that not all, but some of the things that a woman does, and then it would cause a man to be unhappy. When a woman is too serious or is always moody. So I'm not talking about something abruptly, right? That happened, something really serious that had just happened that has placed the woman in a position where she's in a sad mood. No, for that, that's life. Things happen, right? But I'm talking about, for example, let's say like a woman, right? Throughout her whole life, she has always wanted to be at a certain level, but she hasn't reached that level in her life yet. So, because of that, all the time she is moody. Whenever she talks to the man, she's always saying, "Oh, I'm not where I want to be in life. Oh, I'm not in a good mood." Always focusing on her problems that she has. And I'm not saying that for that case, you should just fake your mood, no. But then we should just know how to control our mood. Like, even me right now, when you look at me, you would probably say, this woman is so happy. She has no problems. But, friend, if I had to tell you, and I even remember, I think 2017, I was working at a convenience store and I had to work with customers. So I remember I got into a car accident the day prior to me going to work, which I had to go to court. I didn't do anything criminal. No. Nothing illegal. But you know, those little car accident when you have to go to the court for one or two little issues, right? Yeah. So for that, and I was also thinking about how my car insurance was going to go high. So you should know that I was in a good mood. But I went to work, doing my work, smiling, laughing, and then somebody told me, you are so bubbly and happy. Do you have problems? Deep down, I was just like, so what I'm trying to say is that there is a way that you can control your mood. And of course, there are some days that you're just not going to be in a good mood because it's humans. That's all of us. Some days I'm not in a good mood. But what I'm trying to say is that if it's like 70% of the time, every time today, Sister K did this to me at work. I'm just not happy today. The next day, you're just like, I can't believe it. Like, I almost tripped. I didn't hurt myself though, but I'm just so mad at the fact that I almost tripped. It's like moody, serious all the time. And when that happens, in my previous videos, I have talked about how, man, they like fun stuff, and that's why they like sports, video games. So if he's around a woman and the woman is always moody, especially if this is prior to marriage, he would be thinking that, do I want to be with such a woman forever? This kind of relates to the first one, but it's slightly different. And then this is when every single thing the woman takes offense. She's always in a bad mood. For example, the man says something to this woman like, "Ooh, bonita, mi amor." And then the woman doesn't understand. So she says, like, what's that? And then the man is just playing with the woman, and then he says, Ah, I just need to take you to a Spanish country. You just do not understand Spanish, just playing with her. But because everything she takes offense, she starts to say, what you mean? No, that is so rude. That is very rude. So then the man says, oh, no, 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 right? And then she's like, just stop, just stop. Like she cannot play every time she's in a bad mood, angry mood. But then it would cause the woman to not submit to the man because she's in an angry mood. So what the woman would be doing is that she would be focusing on her mood, not want to be bothered by the man, which that would cause lack of submission here. So when that happens, he would not want to be around such a woman all the time. This one, it's when the woman is always talking about her achievements, right? She's a career woman. Maybe she's got her, let's say, associate degree, bachelor's degree, PhD, right? So she's always talking about how she got all these degrees, and she's talking to him and she's like, I am just so smart. Yeah, that degree paid off. Or let's say she has a really high paying job, and then whenever she's talking to him, she's like, yeah, I got bread for days. She's always talking about what she has achieved. And when that happens, a man would not want to be around such a woman. And then don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong if a woman meets a man for the first time. The man it wants to know more about the woman, and she tells him, like, yeah, I went to school, maybe I got my degree, I'm working at this place. Beautiful, there's nothing wrong. But it's a problem when you're always focused about your achievement, because men are supposed to be the provider. Nothing wrong if you work. When you two get married, yes, you work to support him, but he's still going to be the provider, right? So if the woman is always talking about her achievement, so independent, then he's not going to want to be around such a woman. But if the woman is independent but still desires love, but still acknowledge the man's leadership, that is beautiful. But if she is always focusing on her achievement, he is really going to start thinking that, no, if she is like she's all good with all these stuff she could provide for herself, she might not want to be under my leadership. When a woman is a drama queen, she has problems with everyone. She's always gossiping. Today she's talking to her friend, and then she's like, that lady's hair is looking like it cleaning mop. Or she's like, nah, this woman do not know me. I'ma show her that I don't play. I'ma show her that I don't play. She's talking to the man, and then she's like, oh, you would not believe what BB did to me today. Oh, yeah, this woman is going to hear from me. This woman is going to hear from me. Every time, drama, drama. When that happens, he's not going to want to be around such a woman, because men always feel like they're the one who needs to lead well, make some good, huge decisions. They already have a lot going on their end, like a lot of pressure. So that's why a man would want to be around a woman where whenever he's around the woman, they just feel peace. But if a woman is a drama queen, then that's kind of like she is adding more onto his stress instead of reducing. So when that happens, all the time he sees her and then he's like, like, yeah, she's beautiful and all, but I don't know. This thing is forever, especially if it's not prior to marriage. I really, really hope that these points were helpful to you. And then one last thing, don't click off the video yet. And then it is going to be the end of the video. I have this greeting card, right? And then it says God's blessings. Beautiful blessings he supplies. They remain after the sunrise. He makes sure that they're not taken. He leaves no one forsaken. There's no need to worry no matter what. God opens doors that no man can shut. Yeah, so you could get this and then you could give this to somebody, right? Maybe you're congratulating somebody for achieving something, or maybe the person has just started something in their life and then you want to remind this person that God's blessings are only going to be increased because God opens doors that no man can shut. I'm going to place the link somewhere up here in this video. And this is not the only thing that I have. I've written more poetry. I have poetry frames, greeting card. Yeah, so you could check all of them out. I'll also place the link somewhere in this video. And then do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for staying to the end. I hope that you really enjoy this video. And if God permits, see you when I upload my next video. Bye-bye.